You know what time it is? It's stock take season. Companies do it every quarter. They review the books, check what's working, what's failing, and what needs a swift kick into shape. And guess what? April marks the start of quarter two. So before we let another month roll by, let's pause and ask ourselves, how am I doing? Where am I headed? What's serving me? And what's simply surviving in my life? Because one of the most dangerous questions you can ask at the end of your life is, how did I even get here? Proverbs 4:26 says, give careful thought to the paths for your feet and be steadfast in all your ways. Translation, don't just float through life. Take stock, adjust course. Now I know people love to scream, focus, focus, focus. But darling, sweetheart, in this era, focus is overrated. The only people thriving are those who've learned to juggle, and beautifully, might I add. As for me, I'm juggling, I'm glowing, and I'm giving God a thank you, Jesus, shout while at it. Because here's the truth, nobody's holding the four aces of life. Nobody's got tomorrow in their back pocket. We're all winging it under God's grace. So while you've got breath in your lungs, make the most of your gems. Now is a present, a literal gift. James 4:14 reminds us, you do not know what tomorrow will bring. What is your life? You're a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes. So while you're here, ask yourself, am I denying myself the very blessings that sometimes come dressed as challenges? Because real talk, some of your greatest blessings will look like heartbreak, closed doors, or awkward conversations you didn't want to have. Laura Story said it best. What if your blessings come through raindrops? What if your healing comes through tears? Are you going to pass up the fullness of life because it didn't come gift wrapped the way you expected? And let's not forget those 5 foolish virgins in Matthew 25. They knew the bridegroom was coming, they sang, give me oil in my lamp, keep me burning. Give me oil in my lamp, I pray. Give me oil in my lamp, keep me burning. But they left their lamps empty. Singing alone won't cut it, darling. You need intentionality, effort, preparation. Funny enough, if success were randomly assigned, hospitals would be empty and LinkedIn would be redundant. But it isn't. It takes wisdom, discipline, and grit. People might look at you and go, what's she on about? It's fine. I'm used to it. I'd rather be misunderstood speaking the truth than widely accepted for sugar-coated nonsense. Because eternity isn't later, it's now. As you lay your bed, so you lie in it. You don't get a practice life. There's no dress rehearsal. And they say, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. And neither does your soul. So I'm asking you this quarter, what are you chasing? Money without character? Popularity without purpose? What are your values? Are they still serving you? If they are, fantastic, keep them. If they're not, bin them. 1 Thessalonians 5:21 wisely puts it, test everything. Hold fast to what is good, because life is about constant improvement. The tools you used last season might not fit you next. So let's take stock, reevaluate, refine what works, ditch what doesn't, fine-tune what's worth keeping. That's the assignment. My reflection, NowGem. Because here's the truth, on life insurance, when you hit your 30s, oh boy, something shifts. Like the fog clears up and reality lifts. Your body starts talking like, excuse me mate, you ain't 16, adjust your gait. It's when you realize no more late night snacks. Your knees start sounding like bubble wrap cracks. You blink twice and there's responsibility, bills, careers, maybe a family tree. And here's a word to the wise, take note, be sure, get life insurance before it costs you more. Cause truth is, darling, it don't get cheap. When your habits catch up and health takes a leap, now, if you can, do it. If you can, it's fine. But there's wisdom in planning while you've still got time. Proverbs 13:22 says, it's clean and clear. A good person leaves an inheritance, not just money, but wisdom, good vibes, a name. The way you made people feel, your light, your flame. See, I found folks get smart with their physical shell, gym memberships rising, protein shakes sell, but emotional wealth, now that's a thin crowd. They smile for the gram, but hearts enter loud. There's a light that we're untouchable, safe from the hit, but life's got a way of saying, hold up, set, and trust me, it ain't shy with the lesson it brings. Life's less about bling, more about roots and wings. Your relationships, they're investments too. Stocks of love, bonds of kindness, dividends to you. Because one day they'll ask, what did you leave behind? Not the shoes, not the car, but the heart and the mind. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm no merchant of gloom. I'm the girl that finds colors in the darkest room. Look outside, see the pinks, the blues, the greens? Prove the creator's stitching beauty between the seams. Psalm 139:14 reminds me each day, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, okay? So why not stay in touch with the one who designed the map to your purpose, the peace for your mind, and when life hits, and darling, it will, your degrees and titles won't foot that bill. Your professionalism's cute till trials arrive, then it's faith and wisdom that help you survive. So build your life insurance, not just the plan, but the prayers, the people, the purpose you can. Leave a little love in every room you pass, and make sure your legacy's built to last. So, and you know what? I realized life isn't unique to me. It's not paranoia, it's a pattern. Because sometimes, even though you want to help people, the people you want to help, they see you as the threat, not the help. But then, like Jesus carried on, we also will carry on. And, basically, it reminds me of an old song. We are passing away. We are passing away. We are passing away. Like a rolling storm on bright summer day. When we get to eat, we have many friends. When we get to drink, we have many friends. When troubles come, when trials come, they turn their backs as they know you not. So yeah, it's normal. That's the reality of human nature. And it's why wisdom should teach us to build meaningful friendships, genuine connections before trouble comes. Because life happens to the best of us. Yes, I'm a deep thinker, and like everyone else, I'm still figuring out how best to navigate this thing called life. I often liken it to being a professional. A professional isn't someone who has all the answers. It's someone who knows where to find them. That's why we trust doctors, lawyers, and accountants. They know where to look. So when I describe myself as a life coach, think of me as someone who's lived life in all its forms, friendships, hardships, heartbreaks, victories. My perspective isn't narrow because life hasn't allowed me to be. I care deeply. I want everyone around me to feel safe, valued, and cared for. And honestly, life is a journey. I'm still discovering myself too, and that's the beautiful part of it. So, one thing I've come to realize about life, at our core, we don't change much. Not really. All those little quirks, interests, and qualities we had as children often stay with us. I know mine did. I've always loved slow dancing, making music, creating stories. As a child, I would act out my own scenes. Sometimes by myself, sometimes in front of my sisters, who would laugh, and that joy was everything to me. Maybe that's always been part of my purpose, to lift people's spirits, to bring light into dark places, to help those momentarily others forget life's pressures. Because honestly, behind those beautiful faces and perfect makeup, everyone is carrying something. Life challenges us all, and you'll be surprised how many people are quietly battling things no one else can see. And the funny thing is, even back in secondary school, I was that person. I didn't have one best friend. Somehow, my friends would leave, transferred, relocated. Life happened. But I remained. I could connect with the popular kids, the overlooked ones, and everyone in between because people came to me when they had problems and I didn't know why. Maybe because I listened, maybe because I didn't judge. The pattern followed me to university. I wasn't rich, not the smartest person in the room, but I was consistent. One of my lecturers once said, "You're very intelligent, a consistently high performer. Not the highest, but steady, dependable, solid." And you know what? I realized that's a blessing in itself. It's taken me decades to truly discover who I am because if you don't know who you are, you let anyone direct your life. You'll follow advice you were never meant to hear. And while I listen a lot, I've learned to filter what enters my heart. I don't follow every suggestion. I've always been guided by what's within me. And now, more than ever, I'm returning to that person, the one who moves from her heart, the one who isn't there to please everyone, but to make a difference. If you see it, great. If you don't, wonderful. And while I'm sharing, let me talk about balance because I see so many people living unbalanced lives. They chase success here on earth, forgetting there's an eternity ahead. I believe there will be a reckoning, a day when you'll be asked, where's your pass? Where's your wedding garment? Where's your oil? And trust me, you don't want to be caught off guard. Life isn't just physical. You're multidimensional. You have a soul, a spirit, emotions, and a destiny to fulfill. Neglecting any of these throws your life off balance. Think of it like juggling balls. Drop one, and the entire rhythm changes. How do you keep the act going when a ball slips? That's today's reflection. Check your balance, secure your life insurance, physically and spiritually. Guard your heart, invest in your relationships, and above all, know who you are. Of course, you know me. I can't sign off without a song, because music's the medicine we've needed all along. 2 tunes on my lips, a dance in my shoe, and a NowGem to drop straight from me to you. Smashing thoughts with Todi. That's the vibe, where wisdom and laughter always collide. So here's a song. Holy Lord, you are the life in me. Your love is all I need, forever. Holy Lord, you are the life in me. Your love is all I need. You are my God and King. You are forever holy. God of boundless universe, Lord who shaped me from my birth. You are there. You are there. In the glory of the stars, vast cathedral of my heart, you are there. You are there. I'm never left on my own. Carried in the arms of your power, I go on. Till the night becomes the dawn, your love is life to me. You are my destiny. Carry on, carry on. Oh God of awesome might, you draw me to your light. Carry on, carry on, carry on. My life is in your hands. Carry on. God who rules the sky and sea, comes the storms that rage in me. Carry on, carry on. Lord of heaven, Lord of earth, Lord who gives me sense of worth. Carry on, carry on. No greater King ever known. Passion was the crimson and stain of your robe, and I will bow before your throne. Your love is life to me. You are my destiny. Carry on, Carry on, oh God of awesome might, you draw me to your light. Carry on, carry on, carry on. My life is in your hands. Carry on. So carry on and enjoy. Bye now.